a law was passed. We stood behind that law. That man that is completely bereft of integrity or honor that you call Yakubu or whatever is the Inec fraudster. And I said that standing here, hoping and praying he will sue me, please. He's a fraudster. That man.
As the election petition tribunal of Nigeria starts sitting tomorrow, all eyes are on the judiciary. But the question remains, will they do the right thing? A Nigerian well-known activist, Dele Farotimi, has exposed the Chief Justice of Nigeria, who sits at the helm of affairs of Nigerian judiciary, saying that he knows that everybody has lost hope on the Nigerian judiciary. Listen to him.
I do not have any trust whatsoever, and I repeat myself, let me not be ambiguous. I have zero trust in the Nigerian judiciary. I believe that judiciary is essentially a brothel. It is no different from a brothel. I believe that our CJN is either completely corrupt or irredeemably incompetent. Those are my beliefs. When he was appointed the acting CJN, I was categorical in remarking that the man is either incredibly incompetent or unbelievably corrupt. And I stated the basis of my belief. So let's be clear. I am not saying what I am saying out of any faith in the judiciary. And I'm not suggesting that we are going before the judiciary in the hope that the judiciary might present anything other than what it has always done. After all, the same judiciary produced the ruling in Machina. The same judiciary produced his ridiculous ruling in the case of Akpabio. The same judiciary produced the horrible ruling that we saw in Imo State. So I'm not sitting down here selling anybody any pipe dreams of a judiciary that is either incorruptible or that produces justice. But that process serves to educate our people about what we are up against. There is a clear line that has been drawn. This is a battle between good and evil. It is a battle between whether Nigeria is going to go into the future or whether it is locked into a cycle of self-destruction.
Well, we then live according to the biddings of the common man. The tacit outcome of the Nigerian judiciary in this petitions presented by Peter Obi of the Labour Party and ATIKU ABUBAKAR of People's Democratic Party goes beyond the ethnic profiling that was witnessed in Lagos, promoted by MC Oluomo. It goes beyond the arrest of Ezigbo in Lagos, who was only crying foul when the Igbos were profiled, violated upon, killed, their shop destroyed. Their only crime was in coming out en masse to vote for a candidate of their choice, like all the obedience that came out. The obedience that represented the hopes of the common man, whose future were seized by Nigerian elites, pocketed, trampled upon, and have been enslaved. A young girl in Lagos, an Igbo girl, whose suitor was a Yoruba man from the southwest of Nigeria. Dele came to ask for her hand in marriage, and she looked back and remembered MC Olumo and his hate speech and the profiling of other Igbos, especially the Labour gubernatorial candidates in Lagos, whose only crime was that his mother was from the southeast of Nigeria, an Igbo. The father, a Yoruba man. But MC Olumo and the stoutish politicians in Lagos, they profiled him and decided that he does not deserve a chance because of where his mother comes from. The young girl looked at this man and said, "What will be the future of my children?" if they turn out tomorrow to run for an office in Lagos, would they not be treated like the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate whose only crime was that his mother was from southeast of Nigeria? So the Supreme Court, who is the final arbiter in this case after the appeal court has probably ruled, has an enormous task to determine the future according to the of Nigeria. People are not hopeful to get justice, but they are hopeful that all the dots will be connected, that the Supreme Court will decide the future of Nigeria. Will Nigerian election continue to be kill and bury, or the highest bidder takes it all? This is the question that will be answered by the Nigerian judiciary. Dele says that the CGN
line that has been drawn. This is a battle between good and evil. It is a battle between whether Nigeria is going to go into the future or whether it is locked into a cycle of self-destruction. Because I cannot for the life of me understand how any country that is desirous of going into the future can be yoked to the career criminal that they have produced as president-elect against the expressed will of the people. If he had won an election, that would be different. If he had won an election, it would simply mean that that is the ugliness and beauty of democracy. We would have had to accept it. But Bola Ahmed TINUBU, whatever his true name might be, did not win any election. He is attempting to steal one. And it is the duty of everybody who has a conscience and who is truly desirous of a Nigeria worthy of being bequeathed to our children. We have a duty to oppose this.
That the CGN is corrupt or highly incompetent. Will such a man deliver a credible verdict? Nigerians are hopeful. But for me, if you ask me, this is cricket. No word. Cautiously optimistic. Get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about what Dele Farutumi said. That what happened in Lagos after the end SARS panel was set up. Members being appointed by Lagos state government. But at the end of the day, haven't seen overwhelming evidence that there was really a massacre.
When NSAS happened and they murdered all the people they murdered, and we came into the public space and spoke about how the system had massacred people. And they said we were lying. They said they were all lies. They even had people come into the public space to claim that we were lying. And then they set up the panel. And we followed them to the panel. Each and every member of the panel was nominated by the government. Each and every one of them. Nigerians like me and you, with each and every one of our many peccadillos. It included a retired DIG. A judge, a retired judge, sat at the head of that panel. I believe 2 of the members of that panel have gone on to become judges in Lagos State today. So these were average Nigerians like me and you, with all of the many peccadillos of the Nigerians. But they sat together and they came to a unanimous decision because the evidence that were placed in the public domain and before the courts were way too weighty to be discounted. This is more or less the same situation
that they indicted the Lagos state government. Even though the panel report has not seen the light of the day, but at least the world know the truth about what happened during the NSA protest. The purpose of going to the tribunal is not just to prove who is right, who is wrong, who won the election, or who won the election. But to me, the kill and bury politics, the ethnic profiling, the killing, and all injustice that characterize Nigerian election, is that a standard that the judiciary will uphold? Or will there be the last hope of the common man, and say, enough is enough. Will they be on the side of the people, or will they be on the side of the elites? The CG and the Chief Justice of Nigeria. The ball is in your court. The future of your children, the future of our children, the world is watching, because all these are at stake. Get in the comment section and let me know what you feel. Remember to subscribe to this channel as we continue to follow this process. The Tribunal starts their sitting tomorrow. Will our host be dashed, or will the judiciary for once do what the Lagos State panel of inquiry into the entire protest did? Turned against the government that nominated them and stood on the part of the people and the part of history. Will that be your case? Until we see you again in this channel, be well, do good work, and please do keep in touch. This is Chris Digos in Open Whispers. When the uninitiated throw sand at the masquerade should know that his time is up in the arena. Cheers.